Hello everyone. In this video today we're going to look at the passing rates for CFA Level 1 exams held in February, and also an update on life after CFA, specifically for me. Great things have happened post receiving the charter, and I wanted to give you guys an update on that. So 36% it is, the passing rate, and pretty good considering how 2021 had shaped out to be. The November results were at 27% passing rate, and the full year for 2021 was at 29%. So we have seen a significant uptick, although we are still well below the historical average, which is the low 40s. So interesting to see whether we climb back up or whether the trend kind of stays within the 30% mark throughout 2022. What I did notice was that participation rates, or a number of candidates that appeared for the exams, has dropped significantly from Feb of last year, down I think in the mid 30% region, and that's a bit concerning. I really want to see how that pans out throughout 2022. Are we finally seeing like a plateauing of a number of candidates that peaked in 2019, and the theory that the exams are now just too hard, so why bother? Are people appearing for other qualifications instead? I want to see if that is true. It could also be that the job market is really great, very low unemployment rates, all-time lows, and if you are looking for a job, and entry-level jobs specifically, chances are you might get them relatively easily in today's context, and one of the main reasons why we upskill ourselves is to find jobs and to go for higher skill jobs, and if those are readily available, then why bother? You can defer your plans for upskilling yourself and whatnot, right? So that could be playing out, but look, hard to get correlation there, but we'll see how the year plays out, and whether the participation rates do increase as we move on in 2022. Now, for me personally, life after CFA has been fantastic. I got my charter in February last year, and since then, only great things have happened. In May last year, I got promoted at work, a decent salary bump, and I'm not too focused on salary these days. I should be, but the taxation levels in New Zealand, especially at the higher end of the curve, are significantly high. You have to get massive pay rises to offset the in terms of net income to get a substantial increase. So conscious of that, but also the focus is on building passive income and other sources of income. Earlier on in your career, you tend to rely heavily on your income, but as you get older, as your life stage kind of goes into your mid-30s and early 40s, it's all about accumulation, and you really just want to use your salary as a means to invest in long-term assets, and so yeah, the focus is on building passive income, and focus is on therefore net worth. How do I make sure my net worth is constantly growing, which takes into account my debt levels. There's no point just looking at cash balances and portfolio balances if I'm not capturing the cost of lending, especially when interest rates are rising dramatically. Basically means that the debt that I have to pay more interest on. So a few dynamics there that I'm more interested in. In December, actually on Christmas Day, I had the arrival of my second daughter, and that's been a great addition to the family. 2 daughters now, and really been spending good time with them the last few months, and it's one of the reasons why I haven't really come out with many videos in the last 3 months, because taking family is top priority, and it's been really great, just having 2 daughters, and always keeping me on my toes, and yeah, quite hectic actually. Now, all of these are kind of like personal achievements, so I'm sure you're not too bothered about that. But one thing I do want to say is that you get a lot of time back after you complete your charter and are done with studies, and that's been a really welcome change for me, the ability to actually free up capacity, and most of that capacity, as I said, has gone into family commitments, but also following the stock markets really closely, and there's a lot of action there, and a lot of really good deals that 6 months ago I couldn't really enter some of these stocks because the valuations were so high, and the fear of losing money was there. So obviously I was entering, but not as heavily as I should have liked, and I think now So many growth stocks have dropped, and even some of the best companies that are actually making a lot of money have dropped in value significantly. So it makes sense to build a long-term portfolio looking at some of these future great companies. So a lot of my time is going into the stock markets, and pretty much it's the need of the hour. That's the focus these days. Great opportunity. Obviously, things can still keep going down given the environment we're in, but hey, it is what it is. You got to do what you got to do. Level 2 results will come out next week. Really excited about that. Want to see how that is performing. I'm of the view that the more of us, the better. So I like to see people progress, and that's why when I looked at the number of candidates appearing, was a little bit disappointed. But hopefully, next 10, 15 years, there are a lot more CFA charter holders out there promoting great practice and all the good stuff that comes with the CFA program. So stay tuned for my update next week on level 2 passing rates. But for now, all of the candidates that passed level 1, congratulations. It is a big achievement. Level 1 is not as light as people think it is. All the best for level 2, and hopefully you get to your destination, however long it takes. And those of you who didn't pass, think about what you want to do. Do you want to give it another go, or are you out? Obviously depends on your personal circumstance and the kind of commitment that you want to put. So don't lose heart or anything, because unfortunately most people end up failing at least once when they are going through their CFA journey. So that's it for this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.